The twin flame journey is unlike any other connection. It is an intricate dance of energy, a divine union that transcends the ordinary relationships we experience in the physical world. At the heart of this sacred bond lies the interplay between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These energies are not strictly tied to gender, but rather represent the essence of each counterpart within the twin flame connection. One of the most fascinating aspects of this journey is the undeniable pull the divine masculine feels toward his divine feminine. Even in moments of separation, resistance, or uncertainty, there is something about her energy that keeps drawing him in. He may not always understand it, but he feels it deeply. This attraction is more than physical. It is spiritual, emotional, and energetic. But what is it that makes the divine feminine so irresistible to him? What are the unique traits that awaken something deep within him, stirring his soul and calling him home? This journey is not about superficial beauty or fleeting charm. It is about the essence of her being. Today, we'll reveal the traits that make the divine feminine so magnetic in the eyes of the divine masculine and why these qualities create an unbreakable connection between them. Number 1, her authenticity and emotional depth. The divine feminine carries a profound emotional depth that the divine masculine finds captivating. In a world that often conditions people, especially men, to suppress their emotions, she stands as a beacon of authenticity. She is unafraid to feel deeply, to express her emotions, and to embrace her vulnerabilities. This is something that mesmerizes the divine masculine, even if he does not fully understand it. Her emotional openness awakens something dormant within him, stirring feelings he may have kept buried. Her ability to be raw and real creates a space where he can begin to unravel his own layers. It invites him to explore emotions he may have been conditioned to reject. At times, this can be overwhelming for him. He may resist, pull away, or even misunderstand this depth at first. But deep within, he is drawn to it because it represents something real, something pure. It is through her authenticity that he feels a sense of home, a place where he does not need to wear masks or uphold false pretenses. Even when the divine feminine struggles with her own wounds and insecurities, her willingness to acknowledge and work through them makes her energy irresistible. The divine masculine finds himself wanting to understand her, to connect with her in ways he has never connected with anyone before. Her presence becomes a mirror, reflecting back to him the parts of himself he needs to explore. Number 2, her unwavering strength and resilience. There is something incredibly powerful about the way the divine feminine carries herself. She has walked through fire, faced her shadows, and risen from her struggles time and time again. She embodies resilience, not just in the way she endures challenges, but in the way she transforms through them. This strength is not about hardness or emotional detachment. It is a quiet, unshakable force within her that the divine masculine deeply admires. Even if he does not always express it, he sees it. He sees how she turns pain into wisdom, how she continues to shine even when the world tries to dim her light. What makes this trait so magnetic is that it provides a safe space for him to explore his own resilience. Many divine masculines have been conditioned to equate strength with suppression. But when he observes the divine feminine standing in her power while still embracing her emotions, it shifts something within him. He is drawn to the way she navigates life with grace, how she refuses to give up on herself or her journey. Her strength reminds him of his own, pushing him to rise beyond his limitations. Even in moments of separation, he finds himself thinking about her, wondering how she continues to move forward with such courage. It is not just about external achievements or success. It is the way she carries her soul with such undeniable power that makes her unforgettable. Number 3, her magnetic feminine energy. The divine feminine's energy is unlike anything the divine masculine has ever encountered. It is both gentle and powerful, nurturing yet wild, soft yet unbreakable. This energy is not something that can be forced or faked. It radiates from within her essence. At her core, she embodies the flow of life itself. She is intuitive, deeply connected to her emotions, and in tune with the spiritual realm. She does not chase, she attracts. Her presence is like a force of nature, one that cannot be ignored. For the divine masculine, who often exists in a structured, logical, and action-oriented state, Her energy is like a breath of fresh air. It invites him to slow down, to feel, to connect. It is not about control or domination, but about surrendering to something greater than himself. Even in moments of silence, her energy lingers. He may find himself thinking about her unexpectedly, feeling her presence even when she is not around. This is because her vibration resonates with his soul, reminding him of a love that goes beyond this lifetime. When she is in alignment with her true self, she does not need to chase or convince him of anything. He is drawn to her naturally, pulled toward her in a way that defies logic. Number 4, her ability to see beyond his walls. Many divine masculines have spent years, if not lifetimes, building walls around their hearts. These walls are not just emotional barriers, but protective shields developed through pain, disappointment, and conditioning. They have been taught that vulnerability is weakness, that expressing emotions makes them less strong, and that opening up might lead to rejection or hurt. Because of this, they learn to hide behind logic, independence, and control, keeping their true selves locked away. But the divine feminine has a unique gift. She sees through these walls as if they are made of glass. She does not just see what he presents to the world, she sees what lies beneath. She recognizes the depth of his emotions, even when he refuses to acknowledge them himself. She feels the truth behind his actions, sensing when his distance is not rejection but fear. She understands that his silence is often filled with unspoken words, and his hesitation comes from wounds he has not yet healed. This deep understanding is both a comfort and a challenge for the divine masculine. On one hand, it makes him feel seen in a way he never has before. For the first time, he is with someone who does not judge him for his struggles, but instead understands them. On the other hand, it is overwhelming. Being truly seen means he can no longer hide from himself. He is forced to confront the parts of him that have been buried, his pain, his fears, and his deepest desires. This level of emotional exposure can make him pull away, not because he does not care, but because he is not sure how to handle it. Even when he runs or resists, he cannot fully escape the connection. The divine feminine's presence lingers in his heart, reminding him that she knows the real him. This bond is not based on words or actions alone. It is an energy that exists between them, an unspoken knowing that neither can deny. It is not something that can be replaced by another person, because it is not just about physical attraction or surface-level compatibility. It is about a soul connection, one that reaches beyond this lifetime. Despite seeing through his walls, the divine feminine does not force him to break them down. She does not demand that he change before he is ready, nor does she push him into healing before he understands the need for it. Instead, she holds space. She remains steady in her own energy, allowing him the time and freedom to come to his own realizations. She trusts that he will awaken when he is meant to, and she does not let his resistance shake her inner peace. This unconditional acceptance is what keeps him drawn to her. Even when he struggles with his emotions, he knows that she is different from anyone else he has encountered. She does not try to fix him or mold him into something he is not. Instead, she sees him for who he truly is, even when he cannot see it himself. And that, more than anything, makes her presence unforgettable. Number 5, her unconditional love. The love of the divine feminine is unlike any other. It does not come with expectations, conditions, or ultimatums. It is not based on what the divine masculine can offer, how he behaves, or what stage he is at in his journey. Instead, it is a love that flows freely, untouched by ego or fear. It is the kind of love that sees beyond imperfections and embraces the soul underneath. The divine masculine may have experienced relationships in the past where love felt transactional, where affection was given only when he met certain expectations, where he had to act a certain way to be worthy of connection. But with the divine feminine, love is not something he has to earn. It is simply given. She loves him, not for what he does, but for who he is at his core. This is what makes her love so powerful and, at times, overwhelming. At first, he may not know how to receive it. He may doubt it, question it, or even push it away. A love that asks for nothing in return can feel unfamiliar, especially if he has been conditioned to believe that love is something that must be proven or justified. He may feel unworthy of it, thinking that he must become better or more evolved. before he can truly accept it. But no matter how far he runs, no matter how much time passes, the divine feminine's love remains. It does not cling or chase, yet it does not fade. It is a love that exists beyond physical presence, beyond words, beyond actions. Even in separation, he feels it. Even when he tries to forget, it lingers in his heart. This love does not mean that the divine feminine tolerates mistreatment or waits endlessly for him to awaken. It does not mean she loses herself in the connection. True unconditional love is not about self-sacrifice. It is about seeing the divine masculine's soul while also honoring her own. She holds love for him, but she also holds love for herself. She understands that love does not mean attachment, and that allowing him to go through his own process is part of the journey. In time, the divine masculine begins to understand this love in a way he never did before. He realizes that it is not about perfection or meeting certain standards. It is about connection. He starts to see that he too is capable of giving and receiving love without conditions. He recognizes that the divine feminine's love is not something he must run from, but something that has been guiding him back to himself all along. And once he truly embraces this, everything changes. Because unconditional love is not just about loving another, it is about learning to love oneself. And through her example, he begins to see that real love is not about possession, control, or validation. It is about freedom, growth, and a connection that transcends all barriers. The divine masculine's attraction to the divine feminine is something beyond logic. It is not just about what he sees or what he understands with his mind. It is about what he feels in his soul. No matter how much time passes, no matter the distance between them, there is a part of him that cannot forget her. This pull is not just about desire or admiration. It is something deeper, something that speaks to the very core of his being. When he is in her presence, even in silence, he feels something shifting within him. He may not always be able to explain it, but he knows it is real. The connection between them is not built on neediness or dependency. It is not about her trying to convince him or him trying to control the outcome. It is about energy, an undeniable force that moves them both towards something greater than themselves. Even in moments of separation, the divine feminine leaves an imprint on his heart. She represents a truth he cannot ignore, a reflection of the love and growth he is meant to embrace. He may try to distract himself, he may resist, but deep inside, he knows she is different. This attraction is not meant to be just a fleeting feeling. It is a call to transformation. The divine masculine is drawn to the divine feminine not only because of who she is, but because she reminds him of who he truly is. She awakens something within him, a part of himself he may have forgotten or suppressed. Through this journey, both the divine masculine and divine feminine are meant to evolve. The attraction between them is not just about coming together. It is about becoming their highest selves. It is about stepping into their true power, embracing love, and allowing their souls to grow. No matter where they are on their path, this connection remains unbreakable. It is a love that cannot be forced, yet it cannot be erased. And in time, as both counterparts align with their truth, they will come to see that this attraction was never just about the other person. It was about finding themselves through each other.